Hello everyone, I hope you're all well. This is me doing the main race at the track we're currently at, which is the Watkins Glen. I'm going to turn the difficulty down. A number of reasons for this. The main one is I'm at the back of the bloody grid. So realistically I'm going to be nowhere even close to getting anywhere near the front, even if we started in 10th or whatever it was I did in the last race. So when I took it down by 5, we started at 50% if you remember in the first race I did the Laguna Seca. We whacked it up to 70, and 70 was obviously too much for us to be in the top 3. So I'm moving it back to 65 just to see how the AI is for this particular race. And for the final race I'll probably move it down to 60. Been reading online that the AI actually doesn't share the same physics package as us that play it, so this basically enables them to brake later, accelerate earlier, and as I've seen for myself, and as you might probably see in this coming race, they seem to be able to drive on the grass, etc., without losing any speed or control or their ability to brake, which explains some of the somewhat dodgy practices I've witnessed in qualifying and practice sessions, as you've probably noticed if you've watched my other videos. Obviously I did a couple of stupid things myself, especially in that last race where the car in front of me essentially must have dropped a gear because he slowed down without actually braking, which I wasn't expecting, and I ran into the back of him, essentially ruining my own race. So let's give this a crack and hope it's not as painful as I imagine it's going to be, because I'm not imagining myself to do any good in this one, as I am starting last and there's a mandatory pit stop. Let's hope the weather stays dry as well, because if it's a wet race I am utterly screwed. As I demonstrated in previous games, I am not good in the wet. Oh, it's a wet race. Joy. Well, let's see if I can actually make it back to the last place. Well, I'm already in last place like I started. Let's see if I can make it up a bit, because that was terrible. No, my car's decided it's not going to cooperate at all. Tyre temperatures must be too low. Brake temperatures will be non-existent. Oh boy. Not quite sure how much of the audio you guys will be getting, but this is full-on thunderstorm weather.
Okay mate, box this lap, box this lap. Mandatory tyre change needed, you must come in now.
Oh yeah, this is going to be interesting. Oh. Well, that was an abominable. I'm last to finish last. It didn't want to turn, it didn't want to stop, even at quarter throttle position. Yeah.
That's your fastest lap so far today.
Oh, Christ. No, just no. Yep. Short version, guys, if your brake temperatures start to drop, you're boned. That was about half throttle and it started to skid out.
Switch on and stay focused. We need consistent lap times now. Really push hard.
Yeah, pushing hard will result in me in the gravel again. Have they not seen what this car's doing? Now, I'm not sure if this is all me being terrible or the fact I'm playing it on a controller not helping that you can't steer as accurately as you would do on a wheel. Because this game is certainly playable in the dry. I'm not convinced so much about wet though. Shaking its head again. You start to put the power on while it's doing that, guys, it will just throw you off the track. Even slight power. Like that. Well, that was a mess. A complete shambles. I finished last compared to a... well, it doesn't give me their individual lap time, but yeah, I was comfortably over a minute slower. Let's view the replay to see where this went terribly wrong. Starting last certainly did not help me in this situation, and I think the physics difference also was kind of not helping either. Well, the start wasn't too bad, looking like I was going to be at least competitive at the back of the grid. Yep, didn't want any of that corner, did it? Managed to hold it though, kinda. he managed to rejoin the track, while I managed to spin it into a barrier. Yeah, this is how not to play this game, folks. And that essentially is the race over. What I'm interested now in, did others actually pit? Was I that far behind that I didn't actually see any of them or overtake any of them in the pit lane? Yep, and there we go again. Too much power, e.g. 1/3 throttle, fires it into the barrier. And for any that may be interested, with the weather effects etc, I managed to hold a steady 70 frames per second during actual gameplay. You see, I don't look too bad on this section when it's not raining so much, when the car actually handles like I'd like it to. As soon as it gets to the heavy rain, that's it. Whether it's, like I say, me being crap, or whether it's the actual disadvantage, I dare say, of using a joypad compared to a proper wheel. I'm not 100% sure. I think if I hadn't spun the second time, I'd have been able to have caught them up at the back. But that second spin was just too much. Is this me coming in for my pit stop? Yes, it is. Nice graphical glitch there. Kind of a good job really, though, otherwise, you know, that would have been my car completely written off. Look at the state of the front of that. God. Now, they do really need to add pit crew into this, because otherwise it just, at the moment, it just looks like we've gone into the pit lane for a jolly. And off we go. Looks like I was serving a stop-go penalty more than a pit stop. You can tell by the way the car turns sharply sometimes that I'm using a controller. Well, this will be nil point again for me. So I've gone from first in the championship to probably like 6th or worst. In fact, I'm going to spare the rest of the replay because I don't think there's really much to see, to be fair. It's just me going around in an empty track, which sucks. Right, the car in front of me was 35 seconds ahead of me, so yeah, we can safely say that second spin cost me big. And I got no points. I'm second in the championship by some miracle. What's going to be the next track? Road America. Oh joy! Another circuit I don't particularly know what I like. Yeah, going to creep the difficulty back down to 60. Still up from the original 10. And I'm going to leave it there for this time. We shall do this next time I do another video, which will hopefully be early next week, probably Tuesday. So I thank you for watching. I hope that wasn't completely painful for you, because trust me, it was for me. I don't make these videos to make myself look deliberately bad, and I looked pretty crap on that last one. Hopefully I'll be able to redeem myself a bit on this next circuit. Time will tell. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you on my next video.